I don't usually drink, but that night, I needed to. The week had been brutal. My boss, a man who could find fault with the sunrise, had spent all 5 days breathing down my neck. On Wednesday, my car's transmission blew, leaving me with a repair bill bigger than my rent. And tonight, Friday night, was the first anniversary of the day Emily left me. She hadn't just left. She'd moved 2 states away with someone else. I wasn't going to mope at home with takeout and bad TV. No. I needed noise, distraction, people. That's when Trevor called. "Come out, man," he said with his voice buzzing in the background of clinking glasses. "Brass lantern, first round's on me. You need this." He was right. The brass lantern was exactly the kind of place where the world's troubles felt far away. The warm amber light from overhead lamps made everything look softer, less harsh. The air smelt like whiskey, fryer grease, and old wood. Trevor was already leaning against the bar as I walked in, waving me over with a grin. "About time," he laughed, shoving a pint towards me. "I thought you were going to bail." We talked for hours, old high school stories, bad dates, and Trevor's half-baked business ideas. Every time my drink got low, he'd order me another round, claiming I was too sober for my own good. By the third whiskey, the weight on my chest started to ease. The laughter got easier, the memories of Emily and my boss and the repair bill seemed far away. At one point, a local band set up in the corner. The music was loud, the kind that makes you feel like you're a part of something bigger. Trevor dragged me into a game of darts against 2 strangers. We lost, but it didn't matter. Somewhere around midnight, Trevor's phone buzzed. He looked at it and groaned, and downed the last of his beer. "Early shift tomorrow. You good?" "Yeah," I said, waving him off. "I'll finish this one and head out." The air outside was cold, sharp enough to cut through the haze of the alcohol. The streets were quieter now. Street lamps buzzed overhead, casting long shadows on the cracked pavement. 3 blocks in, I felt it, that tingle like the weight of someone's eyes on my back. I glanced behind me. A man stood under a flickering street lamp about a block away, hoodie up, hands in pockets, not even moving. I told myself it was nothing, just a guy waiting for an Uber. But when I crossed the street, so did he. I picked up my pace a bit, not running, but fast enough that I hoped he'd get the hint. Every so often, I'd take a glance over my shoulder to see. He never got closer, but he never got further away either. He was always the same distance. By the time I reached my building, my heart was pounding through my chest. I fumbled with my keys, darted inside, and locked the door. Through the small glass pane beside my door, I could see the sidewalk, empty. I told myself I was just being paranoid. After about an hour of trying to relax and get my head back together, I began to finally fall asleep. But just as my eyes closed, I heard it. 3 slow, deliberate knocks at my door. I froze for a moment. Then the knocks came again. This time, softer. I crept over to the peephole, but no one was there. That's weird. But just as I was turning away, a voice whispered from the other side of the door, "I know you're in there." My heart sank again. I didn't say a word. I just backed away into my shadow of my apartment, listening. There was a faint scraping sound against the door, like metal on wood. Then it stopped. The footsteps moved away, slow and deliberate. For a moment, I could finally calm down until I heard something outside in my kitchen window. It was on the 2nd floor. There's no fire escape, but there's also no balcony, just a straight drop to the street. But there it was. The creak of the old window frame, as if someone was trying to force it open. I grabbed the heaviest thing I could find. A frying pan was my best option, and crept toward the sound. The scraping stopped before I reached. When I peeked out, the alley below was empty, except for a single black hoodie lying in the middle of the pavement. I didn't sleep that night. The police came, took a report, and said it was probably just a drunk messing around. But here's the thing, the hoodie. It wasn't there when I got home, and I've never seen it before. Every night since, I've noticed small things out of place in my apartment. A chair slightly moved, a cupboard door left open. I don't drink anymore, and I never walk home alone. My friends think I'm going insane, but till this day, I still believe he's been watching me, waiting for a moment when I'm vulnerable again like that. Because I'm starting to think I never actually lost him.